there, welcome to Colors. I'm Erica. On today's Mix It Up Monday, we are going to be making some cards out of these cute little digital stamps. These are all from Petite Market. They have some of the cutest little digi stamps. I love the little texture and stuff that's on all of them. I think it's really cool. It's really different than a lot of the other digital stamps that you see. And I really like it. So we're going to make some cards out of these images. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of them, but I'm going to use several. And these are all kind of themed for me towards Valentine's Day, since that's the next holiday coming up. And I've got a couple of cards that are kind of pre-sized already. So this is going to go on the front of a regular A2 size card. And then I've got two here that are going to be like slimline cards. Don't really know, exactly what I want to do on these, but this is just like a pre-planning, just guess kind of what I want to do with these. So I am going to grab my coloring supplies. I'm going to grab my cardstock or no, not my cardstock, my stamps and my ink. And we're going to play. So I will be right back with you. So for this first one, you do get, in one of the sets that I got, you do get a cloud background in a very light gray. And I think I'm just going to do blue over top of that and not worry about the clouds. It's just going to be kind of just a pattern. And then I'm going to have this cute little guy flying through the air. So we're going to color that too. But first I'm going to work on the background. So I'm going to start with speckled egg, I think. Now, this is an untried background color, so we'll see how it goes. We're going to start lighter at the bottom. I'm just going to build my color up from there. Okay, next I'm going to use my distress sprayer. I'm going to try to get a few little drops on here. We'll see how this goes. My sprayer's not been super cooperative lately. I think it worked okay. There's a bunch right in the center and not very much anywhere else. So let's try to get a couple more up this way. All right, that'll work. Maybe a little bit more down this way. Okay, I'm going to set that aside to dry and see how it looks. And then in the meantime, I'm going to color my cute little doggy. I'm going to use alcohol markers just because that is an easy thing for me to grab. He's going to have a cute little, I was going to make him a different color, but I think I'm just going to make him a brown pup. So we're going to I'm just going to grab a brown and see if I like it. And I think I do. So we're going to start there. I'm going to make his tummy a little bit lighter. So I'm going to just go ahead, color him all in. We're going to leave that little circle there. I'm going to go ahead and color that in pink. His little tail. All right, I'm going to grab a lighter color. Let's see what I have here. I have, what do you look like? Let's see. I'll try it and see if it works. Yeah, I think that works. That works. So we'll just go ahead and get his little belly colored in. And then on his ear, I do need to do that, but I'm going to make part of his ear a little darker, so I'm going to grab a darker brown too and have his little spots on his back be that darker brown. And I am just using a mix of my markers today. So I've got some Ohuhu and I've got some Copics going on, but I'm going to go ahead and color in part of it with the lighter brown. He's going to have like a little bit of a shadow on his leg back there. Let's see if I can blend that out a little bit. The end of his tail is going to be a little bit darker. This back here would have some shadow, and then all of the little spots on him are going to be darker. Okay, let me see if I can add in a little bit of shadow with this. I keep wanting to grab here, it's not there. I'm just going to go back over with the same color that I've already used and see if that'll give me just a little bit of shadow. Let's do a little bit along the back of his leg, and then under the under part of his leg here, on the tail, along the top of his body. Yeah, it doesn't really do a whole lot, but it did a little bit. So I'm going to add in his little pink cheek. I think I like that color. Yep. Okay. And I really need to pay attention to what I'm doing because I'm not actually finishing the entire little guy. Okay. Boy, I'm making a mess. I'll show you how to fix that though here in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to do the balloons, and I'm going to use that same pink that I had from my Prismacolor alcohol markers, and then I'm going to grab a couple other pinks. All right, and then I've got a couple of pinks and a red here that I'm going to do with on my balloons. So this one back here is going to be this light pink, and I'm going to do red dots on it. Okay, then this one's going to be all pink. And then let's do red stripes on this one. Okay, super cute. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is cut him out. So I've got my lovely Cutter Bee. Wait, are these Cutter Bee? I can't remember. They're EK tools. They're super sharp, and I love them. But I'm just going to go ahead and cut him out. And when I get to the balloons, I'm probably going to go ahead and cut that off. But the rest of this little bit, I'm gonna keep, and I'll show you kind of how I go back in and take care of that. So I will be right back with you as soon as I cut this out. I will be leaving a small white border around everything as well. Okay, got my little guy cut out. It was a little tricky to cut around the tail, so I'm going to try to use my craft knife and not rip off the tail, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. So he's just going to have a thicker area around his tail. So I am going to use my craft knife, though, to cut out a little bit in between the balloons here. Okay, and then a little bit over here, too. Just so it shows through a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then to fix where I got out of the lines, I'm going to take my white Posca and just cover that up. Okay, I think I got that. Here is what this looks like. I'm going to have him up here, I think, and a sentiment down here. And then I've got to figure out what sentiment I want, so I will be right back, and we'll do a little stamping. Okay, so I've got my sentiment picked out here. It just says Happy Heart Day, and I'm going to stamp that here with some pink, and then I'm going to heat emboss it, probably. We'll have to see how this goes. So I'm going to stamp it a couple of times in a nice pink. I'm gonna grab, I think, the Kitsch Flamingo. See how that turns out on the blue. Give it a couple of times. It's a little light. Maybe we'll have to do the picked raspberry because that's a little bit darker. Yeah, we're gonna do the picked raspberry. There we go, much better. And I think that I think I will emboss it. So let me grab that really quick. Okay, my next step is going to be to do a pink background on my card base. So I'm just going to use this Kitsch Flamingo and add in some pink around the outside edges. I just want a little bit of a pink border around my card panel. All right, and that is basically all I need to do. I'm just going to add in just a little bit more, whatever's left on my brush. Okay, and then my panel got a little warped, so I'm going to attach it to some heavy duty, some heavier cardstock and see if I can flatten that out. So I'm going to do that really quick off screen. Okay, so I've got that little panel on the back now, and that has helped out tremendously. So now it's not all crazy warpy. It also gives just a tiny bit of dimension to the card. So I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to try some of this picked raspberry. Just darken that up a little bit. I think my Kitsch Flamingo might be a little dry. I do have oxide inks. I still have not gotten brushes to use for those, and I've heard that you're not really supposed to mix the Distress ink brushes and the oxide ink brushes, so I haven't used those yet, but I will hopefully be able to do that soon. Oh, I like that much better. Much better. All right, let's darken that area up right there, though. Cool. Very cute. Okay, so let me get this stuck down on my card base. All right, I got the adhesive on the back there. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball where I think it needs to go. That looks about right. Pop it down there. Okay, and then we can have our little pup here. I'm gonna pop him up on some foam tape. Okay, so let's get him positioned where I want him. I don't know if I want him straight like that or if I want him to kind of be like floating up. I think that's what I'm gonna do. He's gonna be tilted a little bit. Now I'm gonna get some gems and we'll put some sequins and stuff on here. All right, I have some cute little sequins. I also have these heart stickers that I found that I really like. So I'm gonna grab one of these little tiny ones and I'm gonna place him right over that little heart on the doggy. So he's gonna have a heart right there. And then I'm gonna grab a few sequins. So I've got a couple different sizes. I've got some great big ones in here, but I also have several little ones, which I'm gonna sprinkle those around. I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle because I kind of want little sequins all over the place. I don't know if I want that big one. I don't know. Maybe I could put a heart inside that one too. I kind of like what's just happened. Maybe this one up here, and then a couple more little ones up this way. Let's try something like that. Yeah, okay, I like that. I'm still not sure about that big one, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna stick all of these down with some glue. Okay, that works. All right, so I got all my little sequins on, and there is our cute little card, and the inside is nice and white, so I can stamp something in there as well. Let's go ahead and do that too. I'm gonna let these dry just a little bit. All right, so I have it, so it's just gonna say love you, and I'm gonna stamp it again in that picked raspberry. Yep, and that's all I'm gonna do. Oh no. What? I had some pink on the inside of my door. Gosh darn it. That's all right. Okay, so there you go. That is the first card. I might make one more with these cute little guys because I am short on time today, but I really like the way that turned out. I think it's so cute. I love this little pup. Okay, so there is the first one. All right, I think this is the next one I'm gonna do, and I found this stamp that I have that says friend. I thought that would be perfect right in here. So this is a Simon Says stamp. Big sentiment something or other. Let me see what it is. Hold on a second. This is from the extra large greetings too. So it's got this friend on there, and it has all of these other awesome big sentiments. So I thought that that would be a good one. And I think that that's going to be perfect for this. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. So I'm going to get him lined up kind of where I think it should be. It's going to overlap the image just a little bit, but I'm not stamping it in black. So that'll kind of show through a little bit. So I think, try not to move the guy. There we go. We're going to try, I'm going to stamp that in red, and I'm going to use the new Lumberjack Plaid, which I haven't really used it a whole lot. So we're going to try that. All right, and this is the first time I'm using this, so it's going to be, definitely need to be stamped twice. All right, let's do that again. Oh, that looks great. Okay, and then I might do a little bit of the aged mahogany at the bottom of that, just to kind of give it a little bit of a blended look, I think. We'll try that and see how that looks. Yeah, I think I'm just going to give it just a little bit of shading here. Ooh, that looks cool. I like that a lot. That looks great. I love it. Okay. All right, let me set this aside and get cleaned up, and I'll be right back and we'll start coloring. Okay, there was one more thing that I wanted to stamp on here. I want to try to stamp this one that says thinking of you. Let's see if I can stamp it right on top of this. And I think I will stamp that in black. And then we'll get some ink. Cute. All right, I like that. All right, so to color this guy in, we're going to use some alcohol markers again. I'm going to use reds, absolutely. And then we'll have a cute dog and cat. I am going to have them be, we'll just have them be normal colors because my thought process right now is a little off. So let's see, what does this look like? Okay, I like that one. We're gonna go, you know what? I kind of want the dog to be white. We can have the cat be white as well, and then I could just use like blues to do a little bit of shading. Let's see what we got here. What's this look like? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this, and if it's terrible, then it's terrible. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of white to, a little bit of blue, and then we can use my colorless blender to try to make that look even lighter. And we'll do a little bit underneath. I'm just adding a little bit of blue into anywhere where I want there to be a little bit of shadow. And then on the tail, we'll do a little bit at each section. kind of blend that out too with that. And then we'll get a nice pink for the cheeks. So let me find a good pink for this. Okay, and then we're going to use this Ohuhu marker for the cheeks. Okay, let me do some of the shading on the dog here. All right, and then definitely some reds for the letters, or no, hearts. Yeah, we'll do this red. All right, and then I'm going to add a horizon line, I think, or maybe just some shadows underneath them. Let's do that. We'll just add some shadows. So I'm gonna grab a nice light, cool gray. And we'll just do a little bit of shadow under here too. Okay, that's cute. And then what else do I want to do? Maybe I'll just add in some little hearts. We'll just stamp some little hearts on here. And then we'll just kind of have that be the card. So let me grab another little stamp. Oh, maybe this one. I like this one, this little XO. That's super cute. And we'll just stamp that around randomly. I am going to stamp it. Let's try it with this pink first, just to see what that looks like. Because I don't want it to be too dark. Yeah, I kind of like that. So we're just going to stamp a bunch of XOs and kind of make our own little pattern here. I don't want to turn it too far so that it doesn't look like a 2. Yeah, and we'll just have it be up this way. So we'll have a little bit coming off on the side here, one coming down this way, a little bit here. Okay, that's cute. Maybe a little bit of pink around the outside edge of the card. Now this brush might have a lot of the leftover pink that I already have on my brush too, because I didn't really clean it off in between, but I just want this to be a really light. I'm not pushing hard. Well, that's cute. All right, I need one more little thing, I think. So I want to do a heart. And I have these super cute hearts from Lawn Fawn that I think I'm going to use. So let's just do these teeny tiny, I'm going to do these teeny tiny hearts, this teeny tiny heart right here. And I'm going to see if I can find a blue that's similar to that. I'm sure I have something. I bet Tumbled Glass is really close to that. So we'll try that one. I'm just going to stamp this little heart kind of in the background too. Although, can you tell that's a heart? All right. Okay, that's really cute. I like it a lot. All right, so we are just going to put this on a cardstock base. All right, I have this nice heavy-duty cardstock in a light blue that's really close to the little blues that we put in here, so I'm just going to use that. And I think that's right about in the center. There we go, and there's our second card. I really like these. I didn't mean to use exactly the same color palette for both of them, but there you go. I will probably end up stamping something on the inside of that too, but I love these slimline cards. I think they're so fun. It's just a different size, a different thing to play with. And I love going, you know, all the way across the card like that. So there we go. And I might add a little bit of sparkle to this too. So yeah, but there we go. Those are my 2 cards for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have fun coloring and stamping. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.